Day 6 of the RFS Fluid Links Advent Calendar. David Blanchard, DGB259, asks, plenty of talk down the years about should the Doctor be played by a woman, a person of color, etc. However, should the Doctor ever be played by a non-Brit? If yes, who past or and present would you pick? Let's just have fun. Let's say, yeah, sure, let's cast a non-British person.
I'm religiously opposed to this, but sure, for the sake of argument. Okay.
For the sake of fun, let's try and cast past or present. So like let's say, hey, J&T wants to break into America, so instead of like casting an American companion, instead of Colin Baker, he casts someone else. Tom Selleck as Doctor Who.
It shouldn't be too big a star. It should be sort of like,
yeah,
this makes them a star.
Harrison Ford is not going to be the sixth Doctor, for instance.
I'm gonna start easy.
All right,
and go to the wilderness years with Donald Sutherland when he was rumored to be taking over the Doctor.
True,
that would be a good Doctor.
Rumored.
Yeah. Canadians are kind of British.
Yeah. Christopher Plummer. Oh, Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer would be awesome.
Let's just pick Canadian actors. Because those are
Shatner.
Shatner would not make a good Doctor.
No.
He would make a good Master, though.
I bet you people would love Ryan Reynolds as Doctor Who.
He'd be too much. Like he's good at what he does, but he would be
Very.
too much, I think.
How about somebody like Jim Carrey?
Absolutely not. That's what I just said times 10.
It's funny that I bet you Jim Carrey would be the sort of person that would be looked upon before Eccleston was cast to bring it. They go, let's think of a goofy person because that's all we think of.
But here's the problem with Jim Carrey.
All right. Well,
here's the problem with Jim Carrey.
All right.
Okay, to be fair, the guy can act. He's really good in Man on the Moon. He's good in a couple other things. He's good in, I think, that new TV show he's on. And maybe at this age, yes, but not at the height of his powers. He would be too much Jim Carrey and not the Doctor. And nobody, not even John Hurt, has done that.
No, that's true. It would be tough getting over the accent, I got to say. And you can always tell when an American or Canadian is doing a fake British accent, but not really the other way around. I don't know why that is. Why is that? We know. You look at Matt Smith and something, and he's doing like an American accent. It's like, oh, we'll let him get away with it. He's British. But like if someone else is doing the other thing, it's like Renee Zellweger is like the only person I think I can remember who's like, wow.
She's one of a few, yeah. I think Gwyneth Paltrow, maybe not, I don't know. But we interviewed the guy who played Apollo on BSG when I went down to Comic-Con, and I did not know he was no, like the guy who played the new Apollo. I can't remember. It's Jamie Bamber. Yeah. So I didn't know he was a Brit. That's how good his accent was. So he opens his mouth, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's very alarming.
Well, he was in UK Law and Order.
Yeah, but was I watching UK Law and Order? No, I was not.
I was.
Boy, who would you? Well, I always think of old. I often thought that Kelsey Grammer would be.
Maybe, yeah.
He's got that kind of like sort of fey Britishness anyway about to him,
and the gravitas.
Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins as an older Doctor, I wouldn't mind that. Well, I guess he's not technically. He's not American.
He's from Wales.
Or Welsh. He's Welsh.
Don't call.
Does it have to be American? Because if you're going to make
a
young Doctor,
non-Brit.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to say Chris Hemsworth because he's shown with Thor and other stuff that he's funnier than hell.
That's true.
And he's got the acting chops, and he's a good-looking fella like Tennant. So I think he'd make a good Doctor.
But isn't Australia like Britain Junior?
Well, so are we.
More so than us.
They let George Lazenby be James Bond because he was Australian. So I think it is kind of like they're off limits. It's funny how we have limits. Canada is Commonwealth country, except when for this.
So okay, not Australian, but from the area.
All right,
Taika Waititi.
He'd make a great Doctor, I think. Also, I have another American suggestion. 1970s Lily Tomlin would make a great Doctor.
1970s.
Oh yeah, in a pantsuit.
Sure, hell yeah. She'd totally be in a pantsuit.
I think do you think Lily Tomlin would have done Doctor Who in the 1970s?
Well, none of this is realistic, so who cares? We're just casting them.
Well, we have very loosely defined, rigid parameters here to this thing.
We do not. How about John Candy as the Doctor?
John Candy.
John.
Actually, Eugene Levy would make a great doctor.
What if we look through? If we look through the SCTV, let's see who we got, like Eugene Levy or
Joe
something
Flaherty.
like that. Eugene Levy?
Flaherty and Levy would both be good.
Dave Thomas, Rick Moranis.
Tony Rosado.
Rick Moranis would make a better guest appearance, Dreamlord kind of a guy.
Martin Short as TV's Doctor Who.
No, he's too much. He's not that, is what he is.
I like how we're just making this Canadian Doctor Who now. Bruno Gerussi. He's got the hair for it. He could be put on.
My favorite's still Lily Tomlin. I got to tell you,
Lily Tomlin.
I think she'd make a great doctor.
Harold Ramis.
Because he was on SCTV, but not Canadian.
So basically, we're saying no Americans. We're still saying no Americans.
Tim Conway is a '60s doctor.
Tim Conway is the '60s. For some reason, I was thinking of someone else.
He can be the Dorfter.
And actually, I have another one. So I was when I wrote a story for StarTrek.com about different Trek parodies, I had to watch a lot of them. And Carol Burnett had a show in the '90s, and she played Kirk, and she did a great job of a female Kirk. So I think she'd make a good doctor as well.
Carol Burnett as Doctor Who.
She is insanely talented. You just watch a clip and you're like, my God, how is she pulling this off? She is way better than we remember her being.
And she'd pull on her earlobe or something, and that would activate.
That's what everybody knows about her, but she is insanely talented.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad one. I'm trying to think of other ones. I don't know. It's tough, isn't it? Golly, well done, Andy Pryor, for nailing
Alex Trebek.
There, perfect, done. Alex Trebek as. He would be great because he would be excellent at basically the companions. He'd have 3 companions, and they would all try to guess what's going on, and Trebek would say, no, sorry.
And Richard Dawson and Steve Harvey as the masters.
Yeah, and so Alex Trebek as Doctor, because he would be the star of the show, but he would let the companions have the bulk of the screen time getting everything wrong, basically.
And he even has a console, kind of.
He kind of does.
Yep.
I think we've solved it. Alex Trebek as Doctor Who.
With mustache or without?
Well, he could regenerate, I suppose.